Our issue segment tonight, almost 200 million voters had their personal information exposed online because of the negligence of political consultants. The Republican data firm Deep Root Analytics left the information online for hackers and scammers and foreign governments to see without so much as a password to protect it. That's your information and my information. So how did this happen? And more importantly, is there anything you can do to protect yourself? With me now, founder of Cyber Scout, cybersecurity expert Adam Levin. Adam, good to see you.
Good to see you, Liz.
All right, Adam, tell me how this happened. This is a lot of people, 198 million Americans, registered Republicans. How is this data not protected? How did this even go down?
Well, the problem is that this is an epidemic we have. A lot of organizations in this country, around the world, private sector, public sector, have a tendency not to take cybersecurity as seriously as they should. Now, the firm that had the problem made a statement saying, but we used industry standards, we used industry standard security, and as of June 1, we reset and confirmed that our security protocols were industry standard. Well, here's the problem. When you're dealing with anything cybersecurity related, June 1 is a dog year. Literally, something could happen June 2, June 3, June 4. So what people have to understand is just because something was good on one day, that doesn't mean you take a victory lap. It's a situation where you are constantly exposed. And the real issue is, I don't understand a security standard where information isn't encrypted, isn't password protected, and is available for anybody, in particular a researcher floating through the internet looking for a discoverable database to find it.
Right, exactly. That's the part that shocked me. I mean, I'm no cybersecurity expert, I'm no techie, but I do know how to put a password on information that I don't want other people to get a hold of. And it seems to me if I had my hands on 198 million people's personal information, I would at least try to put a password on it so that people couldn't, so that hackers or scammers or what have you couldn't access this. Adam, tell me how serious this is. I mean, this information that was hacked, is this something that, I guess the Democrats or identity thieves or even foreign adversaries, can they use this information in the form that it's in to do something negative to those of us whose information was hacked?
Well, I guarantee there's a lot of Democrats on that database as well, because when you're talking about almost 200 million people, that's pretty much most of the registered voters in the country. So the truth is, it's susceptible to anyone. Whether it's a foreign state hacker, whether it's the proverbial 400-pounder in his mother's basement, whether it's an identity thief looking to make financial gain off the information of others, there is certainly enough information there that people could be phished, people could be impersonated, that you might be able to find your way into other databases. You can get into voting databases. You might be able to change information. Another critical thing is because there is issue-related information, you could launch an ideological war on either side. Either send stuff out that would encourage people to show up at the polls or specifically target people who you don't want to show up at the polls and direct information at them as well.
Right. Wait, let me go back to something you said because this stuck in my mind. I mean, you talked about voter registrations and voter rolls. I mean, does this hack, could this leave us vulnerable, and us, I mean, our nation here? This is 198 million people we're talking about. Does this leave us vulnerable to voter fraud on a much more massive scale than we've seen?
Oh, I think so. I mean, anytime you find a database, depending upon where the database is and the kind of information it contains, it will give you clues as to how to move further down the food chain or up the food chain, depending upon where you're going. And, you know from all the reports we've heard, of course, depending upon the report, 21 states, 22 states, 39 states were probed by Russian-sponsored hackers, possibly working directly for the government. And all of this information about these particular voters, it's out there. It's out there, and they might be able to use any one of those people as a way in, or any potential leg into any database as a way in, and use this information because they have political preference, religious preference, hot button issues, name, address, gender. I mean, this is serious stuff.
Right, it's very personal information. This is not just first and last name that you can Google on any internet database, any free internet database to find out the name of someone. This is really personal voter information. It's a huge violation, and it's also, by the way, a good example of why we don't want the government to be collecting our data online, because people are the worst. The government is run by people, and what happens is eventually it's exposed and your privacy is violated.